The song Hope of the World by Hillsong Live from their new album Cornerstone is the first single off the album. It's a great tune. It's a really strong song. There's actually two versions of the song on the album. We're going to learn the studio version, okay? So that means we're going to capo on the 4th fret. The live version is identical. The only difference is it's slower and it's capoed on the 2nd fret. So everything for you is the same. The only difference is instead of capoing on the 4th fret, you capo on 2 and play relative to that capo. But besides that, it's pretty straightforward. It's a lot of fun to play. Remember, we're doing the studio version, so go ahead and capo on your 4th fret, tune up, watch the music video, and let's get started. For this YouTube guitar lesson, I'm just going to be going over the solo acoustic section of the full lesson. And so what that chapter is we're going to take some of the piano parts and some of the electric guitar parts and pull them into what the acoustic guitar is playing. If you're playing in a full band, you might want to simplify a little bit, and there's plenty on at worshipartistry.com that can show you how to do that. But this is a little bit more advanced, and it's just to make the song stand up a little bit more on its own. Over at worshipartistry.com, we have a much more robust environment. So we have the full acoustic lesson, we have the full electric lesson, we've got chord charts, we've got chord diagrams, we've got tabs, strum patterns, we have loops that you can practice along to. We even have a music video that allows you to see both guitars at the same time or zoom in on either one so you can really focus on the parts that matter to you. And if you head there right now, you can register with this coupon code and get a free 30-day trial. No strings attached, just give it a try, and we think you'll want to stick around. And we have a pretty decent-sized library, and we're adding new songs every single week. But for now, we're just going to go over the solo acoustic chapter. So go ahead and tune up, and let's get started. Now we're going to do 3 things for the solo acoustic section. We're going to take the main piano hook and put it into the intro. We're going to also take that hook and put it into the verse with a more rhythmic feel. And then finally on the 2nd verse, we're going to add some of the electric guitar parts. So let's take a look at the intro first. I'll play it and then we'll talk through it. Now you can get away with a lot on acoustic guitar as long as you hit those bass notes. So as long as we give the chord changes, it should feel all right. Now, basically what you have is you've got a droning riff and then the chord changes underneath. So what we're going to do is we'll go over the droning riff first and then change our bass note. So essentially what we're doing is we're just plucking our open G, our ring fingers on the 4th fret of the D here, and we just go up to that B string, back to the D, and then put our pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the G. So once again, it's just... Because all those notes resonate, they fill up a lot of the space. Now we just need to change our chords underneath. So we start out with our middle finger on the 3rd fret of the A to give us our C2 chord. And we just... like so. Then we have our open E string because we have our E minor 7 chord next. So we hit our open E and do the same thing. And then finally we've got our D chord. And so we've got an open D string as well. So we can go. We do that twice because that's how long the chord lasts. So one more time, all together, we're going to go. And that just gives us a nice feel for the intro. Now, when we go into our verse, we need to give it some rhythm, but we still have that piano line that's kind of carrying that part as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into more just down strums as opposed to, kind of going with the strum pattern that we do normally with a full band. And we're just going to try and individually hit those notes. Now, we don't need to be super precise, and we don't need to always get back to this last note. We just want to hint at that idea. Because if you're singing, you don't want to take over and have everything just be a bunch of lead playing, but it's nice to add that extra part. So what we're going to do for this is I'll play it through and then we'll talk through it. So we're going to go. So you'll notice I'm mainly just focusing on those first few notes. So I'm still kind of working within my chords, and I'm just, and then just kind of doing a little bit of strumming, because we don't need to get back to that note all the time. We're hinting at it by that. So essentially we're just playing those chords a little bit differently. We're just playing our C2, but we're leaving that B string open, and we're putting our pinky on the 4th fret of that D. And then when we go to our E minor, we leave our pinky there and put our pointer finger on the A string on the 2nd fret. And then for our D, we're kind of more focusing on it. We actually change it up a little bit, but still leaving that B string open. So our D chord is really only played with the 2nd fret of the G. So one more time, it's just going to go. You can just follow through with that G over B, C, E minor. Just stay there. And then you can go into your chorus and just go with the regular strum pattern. Finally, on that last verse, we're just going to add, the electric guitar keeps bringing in this little open E followed by the B string on the D chord. So instead of playing a full D, we're going to play a D2 and try and focus on those couple notes. So what it'll sound like at the end is it's going to go, for verse 2, our sin erased, we forgiven, and then just down, up, just to kind of emphasize that. Like so. All right, I'm just going to play through the whole thing now. Just first verse, intro, verse, chorus, and second verse. All right, let's give it a go.